Armando Tito Carrillo.
And where'd you grow up?
Clifton, Morenci.
Did you go to high school in Clifton?
I went to grade school in Clifton. I went to
Chase Grade School.
Morenci High School up to the 10th grade. Then I quit. I left.
Well, you were boxing all the time, right?
Well, I started around then, about when I was in the 10th grade.
Yeah.
1954.
Did you have a nickname?
No, my middle name is Tito. And I guess you can, but that's my real name, Armando Tito Carrillo. That's in my birth certificate.
Ooh. And Tito, where did your parents come from?
Well, my mother was from Clifton. She was, I think she was born in Clifton. And my father, I think he was from Benson, but he got together with my mother in Safford. And that's where I was born, San Juan.
What year?
I was born in 1939. Yeah.
Now, when you were in high school or grade school, did you have any favorite song that stuck in your mind?
Favorite songs? Well, I remember Confesión.
Estamos singing first.
Besides, just sing it.
Padre, quiero confesarme. Estoy casado con una mujer buena y no soy feliz.
All right. Thanks. You never go into any movies? Did you go to the Martin Theater or where?
I went to the Martin Theater and I went up to the Royal Theater, but not that much.
When you went to the Martin Theater, did you walk home after the Martin at night?
I don't remember.
It was scary, man.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't remember walking back.
Hey, when you were in school then, did you have a lot of girlfriends?
No.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Maybe after school. Did you ever party at the river?
Lots of times.
Where at?
At the, what do you call that?
The first crossing, the shipwreck?
First crossing.
By the swinging bridge?
By the swinging bridge, right there, right close to it.
What'd you guys do?
Drink beer.
All
Drink
right.
beer and drink wine. Gallo, Thunderbird Gallo.
That's gonna work for making sodas.
What? You asking?
Tito, did you work at the Coca-Cola plant?
Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi Cola plant?
Yeah.
How long did you work there?
Maybe a year and a half, 2 years until I got fired.
How come you got fired?
It's a long story. I went to work after one of my episodes at the river. I came back to the Pepsi Cola plant. I had a key to get in, and I would get in, and I would start up all the machinery and everything, get everything ready. And then my boss, he was my boss, he would come in and we were ready to go to work. One day I decided that I didn't feel like it, so I went and just sat down, and when he came in, he asked me what was going on, what was wrong. And I said, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. He said, well, okay, I'll go find somebody to help me and whatever. So about 30 minutes later, the lady that owns a place called me.
What was her name?
She was Shade, Marge.
Yeah.
Marge Shade. She called me and asked me, what's wrong, Tito? I said, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. I don't feel good. She said, well, go home and you talk to Carl tomorrow. So I did. I went home and next day I came back, and when I was just approaching the gate to Pepsi Cola, Carl Shade, the owner, saw me coming, and he said, get the hell out of here. So I did. Next thing I did, I went to my coach, Al Finn, told him about it. He said, well, I'll tell you what. He called the employment office in Morenci, Walter Young, and told him and he said send him up to the employment office tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do for him. I was working in 2 days, 3 days. I was back working for Phelps Dodge at that time. It didn't take long.
How long did you work for Phelps Dodge?
Well, when I left, I had about 26, 27 years.
What kind of job did you do up there?
Well, I was a track labor first, and then later I got on as a brakeman, and then later I got on as a locomotive engineer.
Oh. Hey, how did you get involved in boxing?
By accident.
Really?
Just by accident. I used to run around with a friend. His name Joe Garcia, and my ex-brother-in-law. All three of us used to run around, and he was the one that was a boxer. Joe Garcia was. And I used to go down to the gym, and I just used to hit the bag every now and then. And then the coach, Al, came up to me one time. Hey, you want to go to Tucson with us this coming couple of days? I said, I don't care. Let's go. So I went. That was my first fight over in Tucson. So I lost. I fought a guy by the name of Royce Vaughn. He was a brother of Willie Vaughn. I think his name was Willie Vaughn. And he was a heavyweight champion of California at that time.
Wow.
He was he was a pro. So that was it, my first fight. I came back to Clifton, I fought at Apache Grove, and I beat a guy by the name Eddie Franco. I think his name was Eddie Franco. I beat him with TKO. And then I went back to Tucson, I fought that same guy, Royce, and I beat him.
All right.
So that was where I got started.
You were a Golden Glove champ, right?
Yeah.
In what years?
I think it was 56,
Yeah.
57.
I got it. Yeah, I've got it. I got it written down.
Yeah, 56.
You went to Chicago to box too, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to as a middleweight.
Middleweight.
I had won the welterweight in 57. I think in 58 I won the middleweight. And I went to Los Angeles and I fought over there. I lost, but the guy that I fought couldn't go to Chicago because he was a military guy. He had to wear headgear.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't allow headgear in Chicago. So they asked me if I wanted to go, and I said, okay, I'm fine. Why not?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Do I have a girlfriend? No.
Do you work for food?
I work for food every now and then, yeah.
So where do you live when you go to Sanford to work for food?
I stay at the river. I got a secret place at the river.
Does she make pretty good food?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Chilacas, tamales, enchiladas?
Most of the time, breakfast, and eventually sometimes in the evening, and whatever.
So how many kids do you have?
Kids? Well, I got, right now I got 5 daughters, 6 daughters, and a son.
All right.
Can you name your kids?
Yes. I got Angela, lives in Tucson. I got Lorraine, lives in Gilbert, there by Mesa. And then I got Huberta, that lives in Tucson. And then I got Amanda, that lives in Oklahoma City. And then I got Isabel, that lives in Thatcher. I got a daughter in Clifton. And then I got a daughter, or a son. I got a daughter in Clifton and a son in Saffron. That makes, I think, about 6 or 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of them.
So why do you like hot chili?
I don't know. I just started liking it.
What I like better, the green one or the red one?
It's green.
Yeah, me too.
It's called
Pickle.
extra hot. Extra hot. From Demi.
Ah, from them, you know.
So did you ever kill a deer?
Yeah.
Where at? Where'd you go hunting?
Up here, past the river. But the second crossing, going up the river. Went up the mountain.
So how many girlfriends did you have when you were going to high school?
Girlfriends. Real girlfriends. I didn't have any.
Did you know the Chacon girls? I mean the Camacho girls.
Camacho?
From
Yeah.
Morenci.
Yeah.
Mary Camacho, Margie Camacho,
Bertha?
Bertha Camacho.
Bertha? I knew Bertha.
I'm real good friends with them.
Yeah. Okay, Bertha is the one that I knew mostly because I don't remember the other ones. They were, I think they were younger.
Yeah.
Did you go out with her?
No. I never did.
Who was your best friend in high school?
In high school? My best friend in high school, I think, was my ex-brother-in-law, Macy Armijo.
Macy Armijo, all right.
Yeah.
I know Macy.
Yeah, he used to be, we used to run around together. And that's how I got started in boxing, because him and Joe Garcia and me were always together. So
Where'd you guys do your training during boxing?
they're in Clifton at the Coca-Cola gym. It was underneath
The basement.
it was in the basement.
How about, did they have one at the CYO too or not?
They used to in the Chase Creek.
They started one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got involved in that. Anyway,
Anyway, that's about it. So anything else? You say you don't know any ghost stories? You never
ghost
saw,
stories.
you ever see
I've
UFOs?
heard ghosts. I've heard ghosts.
But you never
stories.
seen anything, huh?
No.
You seen
never.
the UFOs?
In the pit? In
No,
the pit?
not UFOs. I don't never have.
All right, some people just don't.
I would like to see one, but
Yeah.
Do you get the Playboy magazine?
oh yes, I subscribe to Playboy magazine. In fact, I used to. Eventually, my eyesight went. They told me I had cataracts. So I went and got operated on. They took cataracts on, and then I couldn't see. I couldn't read the stories or articles in Playboy. I couldn't read them because my eyesight went. So I had to look at the pictures. That's why I looked at the
There you go.
pictures.
Hey, and when you were a kid, what kind of games did you play?
James. I remember. What was it? Games.
Did you ever play like kick the can?
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess I did.
Did you fly kites? Did you play with tops, marbles?
Yeah, marbles, and I used to fly a kite. Other games I can't remember right now.
So who was the one that started the Beneficio Propio?
I think, what was his name? His wife. I still pay his wife. What's her name down here what's that place by Loma Linda, the one next to it?
Bernie Lee.
Verda Lee, she lives there. What was her name? Contreras? What's her first name? She was married to Andres Contreras, I think, but he passed away, so I pay her. But I think him, Andres Contreras, and a few other guys.
I thought your uncle Chano Varela.
Chano Varela was my uncle, and he was one of the ones that got started there with Beneficio Propio. There was about 5 or 6. They called them the elders in Clifton.
So where did you get the white truck from?
I bought it from my uncle, Chano.
That's what, a Chevy?
Yeah, Chevrolet, 61 Chevrolet.
And he was the original owner?
Yeah, yeah, he bought it new. We drove to Tucson in it one time, and I drove over there for him.
Did
Those-
you?
I talked to Elby the other day, and he said something. I can't remember what he said, but he something about that stuttering.
Do you know any jokes?
Jokes? No, not anything that I would want to repeat.
There you go.
Tell us a joke.
I can't remember any. Everybody tells me that I'm losing it. Maybe I am. I guess I am. I can't remember a lot of those.
Oh, we all do.
So how long were you married to your first wife?
I think I was 17 years, 16, 17 years.
How about your second wife?
17 years too. And now I think it's been 20 years since I got divorced. Since I've been on my own.
All right. Tito, I thank you very much. Like I said, today is August the 5th, 2016. Here with Tito, Carrillo, and Johnny Size,
Okay, you're welcome.
and me. Take care, Tito. Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Again, it was really nice. Thank you very much. I'll show you all those when I get them all together. You know?
Okay.
Hace una,
Do you have a
hace un disc, un DVD.
Okay.